Morning, everyone, and welcome to our Heavenly Parent Holy Community Oceania morning Hundake together with Rev Yutaka Yamada on this Monday, the 20th of April 2026, or the 4th of March in the 14th year of Chongalguk. Thank you all for coming, and let's begin with a bow to our true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind, Chanji Champoninge, Kyombai, Paro. And let's recite our family pledge, both in Korean and English.
가전맨세 2. 전국 주인 우리 가족은 참 사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 참 부모님을 모시어 전주의 대표적 가정이 되며 중심적 가정이 되어 가정에서는 효자, 국가에서는 춘신, 세계에서는 성인, 전주에서는 선자의 가정의 도리를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다.
Family pledge number 2. Our family, the owner of Chongalguk, pledges to represent and become central to heaven and earth by attending the Heavenly Parent and True Parents. We pledge to perfect the dutiful family way of filial sons and daughters in our family, patriots in our nation, saints in the world, and divine sons and daughters in heaven and on earth by centering on true love. Thank you. I'd like to share True Mother's prayer at the 2024 HJ Cosmic Blessing that she gave on the 24th of April 2024. Most precious Heavenly Parent, here at the World Centre, the 2,100 couples who have come into your embrace, the blessed couples, good men and women who have received the blessing through True Parents, are pure waters, expressing what was originally your ideal of creation. May their path as blessed pure waters of true love expand endlessly throughout the world, transcending nations, sweeping across the 5 oceans and 6 continents in praise of you, Heavenly Parent. May all the blessed couples who have received the blessing today and are able to live in heaven on earth with you, Heavenly Parent, thanks to True Parent's earthly victory, give birth to many pure waters who realize your dream on earth and convey this news to the 8 billion people of the world. By participating in this event, they will do their best to return the earth to its original state at the time of creation, so that all the terrible things that are happening around the world today, climate change, disease, and natural disasters that are causing this earth to suffer due to humanity's ignorance, will no longer threaten the lives of blessed families. The future of our blessed families is hopeful. Today, 2,100 blessed couples from around the world received the marriage blessing. May they become blessed couples who fulfill their responsibilities, give joy and praise to our Heavenly Parent, experience Heavenly Parent's love on earth for all time, realize Heavenly Parent's dream here on earth and there in heaven, and live for eternity together with you, Heavenly Parent and True Parents. Therefore, please accept this day with joy. May you receive glory. May the blessed couples fulfill their responsibilities and missions wherever they may be. I pray that these couples who have received the blessing, particularly in this era, in an environment wherein they can directly attend and live with Heavenly Parent, will form blessed families of whom history will be eternally proud and who will inspire their descendants to be filial sons and daughters and loyal patriots. I pray and declare this in the name of the True Parents. Arjun. Thank you. And before we welcome up Rev Yutaka will offer a praise song. So I'll just share it again. And please enjoy.
세상에 빛을 주시어 우리를 밝혀주셨던 당신의 사랑 당신의 축복 받았으리라 이제는 그 길을 따라 그 사랑대로 살겠소 당신 얼굴에 환한 미소를 채워드리고 싶어요
Thank you, and let us now welcome up Rev Yutaka as he shares with us this morning.
Can you see that?
Yeah, can see.
Okay. Good morning, brothers and sisters. Thank you for joining today's morning Hundoke. Today is also the Monday, the beginning of the week. Let's offer the chanson and also morning devotion together. So thank you. Now almost the end of April. So soon we will have the holy wedding anniversary and also the blessing ceremony the May 2nd. So this is the last more 10 days. So this Sunday there is also special Sunday service and we will welcome the holy wedding ceremony in Korea. So let's also offer the prayer and so devotion. And also in Korea, mother situation is still also same. We will continue to offer the special prayer for our true mother. So I think currently still mother is in the hospital. Then maybe end of April go back to detention center again. And we are seeing that maybe first result will come around middle of June, I heard. So let's really pray and also support for true mother's quick release. So that's the important moment. Okay, thank you. So Now Reverend Du or Mrs. Du is now in Thailand. So last Friday they arrived well, and yesterday we had the Sunday service in Thailand, Indochina region. So it was also finished well. So I'd like to share the photo. This is the welcoming at the airport last Friday, and this is yesterday. We had also Sunday service together with all brothers and sisters in Thailand, Bangkok, and also youth together. This is also a photo. So in the Bangkok is the headquarters of Indochina region, Thailand, Cambodia, Myanmar, Laos, Vietnam. So their national leaders also joined together, and we welcome and receive the message. So this time also same, Reverend do share the message of our true mother and the true mother's love. So it was a beautiful time. So in each nation or each continent, he directly having the meeting and share the heart and also update the situation of our true mother and also Korea. So still, we have to pray and support, and in the same time, how we can also do our role in each place. Those things is important role. So let's really continue to the best. Okay, so today after this, Reverend Du and Mrs. Du will go back to Korea. And the Australia Oceania case original schedule was to come on this Sunday, but because of preparation of Holy Wedding anniversary, this schedule was postponed. So still, next schedule was not confirmed yet, but maybe not May. Maybe they are talking now around July. We have to see more because after Korean event, they will go to Europe first. Then maybe after that, this going to another place. So we are still waiting for the confirmation of visitation to our Oceania region. So if there is some new news, I will also update soon. So let's prepare and welcome them well. Okay. Thank you. So tomorrow we will have the PCLC Keys to the Kingdom seminars to God Grieved. So this is tomorrow, Tuesday, April 21st, 4 p.m. Sydney time, 6 p.m. Auckland time. So this is the second seminar organized by PCLC, and also lecture will be given by Dr. Kittle. So those detailed education is also helpful and good education for our Christianity. Let's invite well and also let's support together. Okay, so I'd like to share the activity photo. So Chon Shimon prayer last Friday. So Sydney side, thank you our Sydney brothers and sisters for your sincere devotion. This is Melbourne side. Thank you. Family atmosphere, Chonsong. That's good. And New Zealand side. And Palau. Yes, that's good. And Marshall Island and Solomon Island. So we will continuously offer the devotion. So that's the best. And this is yesterday photo in Sydney. So outing service. I hope you have good time at the park. So how is now Australia? Is that cold or still hot? So now I think now weather is changing. So we will support and organize as the community. This is really important. Now in Thailand is 40 degree. I think our Australia, New Zealand side is now getting winter, right? That's good. So I'll go back to Sydney this Saturday. So let's see you there again. Thank you. So today also, I will share the message from Dr. Reverend Du Sin-yon, the Director General, the path that connects generations and sets the direction for the future. So let's share together. Okay, Mrs. Layton, please.
Sorry.
Okay.
Beloved and respected blessed families of the Unificationist community around the world. As we welcome a new week, I sincerely pray that the love and grace of our Heavenly Parent will abundantly fill your families and workplaces. I offer my deepest gratitude to all of you who, even amid the changes and challenges of this time, continue to boldly advance in hope, centering on true parents' will. In this era of the firm settlement of Chongguk, I extend my heartfelt respect to you who are united with True Mother and are devoting your utmost sincerity in the global mission field to become the driving force for future generations.
Thank you. So, Reverend Du is really giving this message every week through gaining the experience or sharing which connected with each field, and there is also a topic in each week. So we could see this week topic is talking about the generational change. So let's see together, please.
1. Summary of last week's message. In last week's message, I shared that Bolivia is emerging as a global model for youth witnessing. Bolivia recorded the second highest witnessing results in the world for the year 2025. I introduced the testimony of one sister whose transformed life led all 8 siblings to join our movement. Through this, we were able to reaffirm that the essence of witnessing lies not in sophisticated techniques, but in the testimony of genuine love and a sincere life.
Yes. So Reverend Du is emphasizing through this message, and also he's giving and emphasizing the message in each country. When we witness the people, of course, we can witness continuously the style which we are doing from the past, but in the same time, how we can witness through our lifestyle. So in the past, we continuously sharing about true parents' message, and we are talking about the meaning of true love, meaning of true parents, meaning of the principle. But now he's emphasizing, instead of just talking, how we can show what is true love, what is true family, what is really the Heavenly Parents' vision through myself, through yourself, through our lifestyle. So now in the era of Chonnikuk, so transition time period, how we can be the original being centering on our Heavenly Parent and True Parents. So those our self is directly becoming the method and showing the way for witnessing people or showing who is true parents, what is the principle, and what is the value of our Heavenly Parent, and also the value of our blessed families. So this also the guidance and example is also the same way how they can show through their life and to witness others. Please.
2. Background and identity of the Cranes Club. Following True Mother's request, I have completed my tours in Heavenly Africa and Heavenly Central and South America, and am currently continuing my tour of the Heavenly Asia Pacific region. As I directly encounter young people in the Providential Mission, I'm realizing deeply what it is that we must prepare anew for this era.
Yes, this was in Malaysia. So in the Malaysia and also this period, he's emphasizing about the new generation and also Cranes Craft or gathering for the young peoples. So this is one of the significant meaning and also the gathering, Cranes Craft. Please.
In this process, I have come to recognize anew the profound significance of the fact that in December 2014, together with the proclamation of the only begotten daughter, the first gift that True Mother bestowed for the blessing of new generations was the Cranes Club. Established on December 20, 2014 in Las Vegas, this community was founded to create synergy among the young professionals of our movement, centered on True Mother's blessing that you must be different from the people in society and become new ancestors of noble lineages. It was established to develop and implement providential initiatives. Thus, it goes beyond being a fellowship group. It is a community with the essential mission of inheriting True Mother's vision and practicing true love, thereby preparing a warm foundation to which members of the younger generation can return.
Yes, thank you. This was announced and established on December 20, 2014 by True Mother Craft. But this is not just organization to hold or carry on the younger generation. This is kind of the encouragement, how younger generation come together and support together and also connect with others through this platform. That's why in each country, of course, this was not so much standing strongly, but through connecting each other, this can give the good benefit and also support and to have a good network beyond the nation and beyond the region. Each nation, there is the working youth or younger generation. So there is also specialty and there is also the profession. When we talk about the era of Chanikuk and also our heaven's will, the role for youth or role for people is not just becoming the full-time or just leadership. Even in each field or in each area, how we can become the professional person to share the God's will through our profession is important. So he's also emphasizing, for example, if some become the famous doctor or famous kind of the professor, then automatically many people will come and receive that influence under that person's profession, and gradually those lifestyle will be giving the influence to another person. That's why how each person can do the profession in each field, and through this platform, if each person also can contribute or support each other, this become also the meaningful area and also the start the networking each other beyond the nation. That's why Mada is also sharing those vision, and this Cranes Club was established and started. So we could see those effort and initiative and meaning behind of that. Please. Mrs. Rating, please. She's here.
Sorry, I lost the internet.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I tried to ring John, but anyway, I'm back in. Sorry.
Okay.
I'll continue,
Can-
yeah?
Can you read? Yes.
Yeah, sorry. 3. The deepening generational conflict and the need for professional talents. Today, we face two major challenges. First is the intensification of generational disconnection. The pace of change is so rapid that even a difference of just a few years can result in different vocabulary and ways of thinking. Beyond the gap between the first and second generations, we now live in a rapidly changing society where even among young people within the same community, a sense of distance is emerging. Therefore, it is urgent that we find a language of empathy that can bridge generational differences across all age groups.
Thank you. So he's talking about the generations gap. In the past, when we talk about the generation gap, for example, 60 years old and also 40 years old, this kind of 20 years gap is the generation gap, right? Usually first gen and second gen and third gen now is almost entering the third gen era. So we could see this generation gap, but now not only just this kind of the generation, even 3 years different, or 4 years, 5 years different, even 1 year different. Really, the people's concept or understanding is totally different, even among the young peoples. That's why generation gap is not only just the first gen to second gen or second gen to third gen, even 3 years different. 20 years old person and 23 years old person or 30 years old person. Even this differences become bigger or bigger, or this what they call about the development or progress of the current environment is really rapidly moving on. So how we can recognize and we can really adjust and to connect well. So this is one of the important issue and target in our community. Please.
Second is the changing talent profile required by the current times. In the pioneering age, spiritual leaders who moved forward with sacrificial dedication and a spirit of struggling forward were needed. However, in this age of settlement and realization, there is a pressing need for professionals who can exercise a real influence in every field of society. We are coming to realize that for the settlement of Cheongguk, it is essential to have individuals who can exert good influence and guide others in all sectors of society: doctors and scientists, scholars and educators, entrepreneurs and artists, legal professionals and political leaders. Therefore, for this age, we must also expand the scope of leadership training. We must go beyond merely establishing leaders who guide the church and instead cultivate people of professional capacity who shine through their responsibility and competence in the world. The future of the church does not depend solely on leadership within the church sanctuary, but on the number of people living in society, embodying and practicing their mission in their daily lives. The success or failure of Cheongguk depends on this.
Yes. So how we can recognize the changing or transformation of this environment, even this era. That's why in the past and in the current and also in the future, now we are under the transformation period or changing circumstances. So even our community and also our movement itself is facing those important standing point. So our community, our youth leaders, really we have to come together and create or plan or describe our future itself. Those things is necessary. So now really the atmosphere or environment is really quickly developing and also going forward, even in the society level, even also the world level, many things is going on. So ourselves, our movement, our community, and even also the aim for our future is in our place. So how we can develop and also go forward, this is the important role and subject which we seriously think and also prepare. Please.
4. The practical role of the Cranes Club, mentorship and creating an environment for growth. The Cranes Club must become a practical solution to the providential challenges of our time. First, those elder members who have pioneered their paths in various fields of society must become steadfast mentors for the new generation. When they offer realistic guidance and direction in life to adolescents and young adults who are thinking deeply about their future paths, those members of the younger generation can grow with clearer vision and firm dreams. Furthermore, as a bridge connecting the significant generation gap between the first and second generations, the Cranes Club, composed of the intermediate generation of young adults, must now step up to fulfill its role.
Yes, in this changing of the generation, each person have also the important role and the way of supporting each other. So we can recognize our role, especially elder to youngers. So those meaning is precious. So elder person can give the good guidance and good support for our younger generation to stand strongly and also to go for future. Please.
Second, the community must become a broad environment where young people can freely challenge themselves and grow. Just as koi fish cannot grow large in small containers, the potential of young people cannot fully blossom within narrow frameworks. Even if there are times when we feel they are focusing too much on their studies or professional field than on church activities, rather than judging hastily, we should trust and wait so that they can become the best in their respective fields and contribute to the providence. A culture of support and encouragement is the very soil that nurtures the future.
Thank you. So the second point is also important. When we see the younger generation, even our movement or even our community, sometimes elder have many experience, and when we see the younger generation, we can see many kind of the lacking point, and we can see kind of the limitation. So it's easy to say or guide or try to sometimes control, but how we can trust, how we can give more environment and let them learn and let them really stand or find their own view or vision or role. So those environment or understanding of each generation is also needed. Of course, each community or each nation is different. When I see in each nation or the community culture totally different. We can see Australian culture, New Zealand culture, Solomon Island culture. Each community, even our movement, in each community's culture is different. But how we can respect each other and also give that chance, give that environment, and also support together. So through these things, our younger generation can find a way and also to grow up and to make a great development. So second one, how we can stand and to create the supporting or environment in our place. This is also necessary for the next generations. Please.
Of course, there may still be countries and churches with circumstances that do not allow a sufficient foundation for this yet. Nevertheless, what is important is the recognition that the era has already progressed into the stage of the firm settlement of Cheongguk. Now is the time for the community to newly reflect on the meaning of the third blessing, perfection of dominion, not only on the individual level, but all through our communities.
Yes, thank you. Okay, please continue.
5. This week's practice, a conversation that connects generations. Beloved blessed family members, during this week, I encourage you to take time to deeply understand the young people around you, including your own children. As the gap between generations has widened further in this rapidly changing era, rather than trying to teach first, we need an attitude that acknowledges and respects the thoughts and lives of the younger generation as they are. Sincere interest and a heart of acceptance are the greatest forces that reinforce relationships.
Yes, so this practice is also a good recommendation, parents and child, how you can approach to your children or your younger generation and to listen and to share together. Even in our activity side, providential side is also same. There is church leader or some national leader or regional director, and also our younger generations. So how we can discuss and listen well and respect them well. So those attitude will create the new place. So through this conversation or understanding or our attitude, then our younger generation can bring more idea or more new aspect which we could not see or we could not find. So those conversation or respect each other or respect the younger generation is also helpful and necessary. Please.
At the same time, the younger generation must also respect the experiences and life values of their elders and be able to recognize the love and concern contained within their guidance. When we understand and respect each other's sincerity, trust and bonds that transcend generations will deepen.
Yes, so other side also same, younger generation should respect or will respect to elders. Then generations connection will be happening well, and the transition or connecting the culture to the next generation will be happening well. So elder generation to younger generation to more younger generation. So how we can create and to connect this flow smoothly. This is the role of the person which we are standing here in this place. Please.
Raising one young person is raising one generation. And this is precisely what we need to do to prepare for the future of Cheongguk. I pray that this week, small acts of love that narrow the distance between generations may bear great fruit. I sincerely pray that the love and blessings of our Heavenly Parent will always be with you and your families. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. So this generations gap or differences is not only just the 20 years age gap, even 10 years different, or even 5 years different, even 3 years different. Already we could see the generation gap or the concept differences. So important things is our attitude. We are easy to think. My thinking is right. my experience is correct. And also my action, my idea is only truth. But how we can open our heart and to respect others and try to accept together, then our community development, even our cultural transformation, generational transformation will be going smooth. So through today's our Reverend guidance, we could also recognize now we are standing in the important transition time period, our movement, even our era itself. So we have to reflect ourselves and we will also create for new future together. So today's message is also good guidance. Let's practice well and prepare for the next moment. So thank you for listening today's morning, Funoke. Have a great time and offer the beautiful moment to our Heavenly Parent and True Parents and have a good moment. Thank you very much once again. 감사합니다.
Thank you very much, Rev Yutaka, for sharing with us this message from Reverend Du. And I'd like to share another praise song so we can reflect over those words before we share together. So I'll just bring that up. So please enjoy.
We'll become one with Shimada and be victorious. We'll become such victorious heaven in Japan.
キリストの心情を心でわかる地上となって戦時戦滅すべての歩みを私も歩むあなたと共に強く欲しい心情的な息子娘とならせてくださいハレルヤアレルトユクリストへ心情アスグロエル자요가게노 손주 소녀를 모든 걸 찾으리 아버지가 함께 걷고시네요 한마도 담대한 심도 좋은 장가를 장날이 내게 없어서 하늘私たちの事情を知り行きます彼らのように民族さらい全てを身代わり花の愛の主は強く欲しい心情的な息子娘とならせてくださいハレルヤ心情長장날이 내게 없어서 하늘 모니
자료 경례 바로
Thank you. So just reflecting on Reverend Du's message this morning, is that many points that he pointed out on how to really recognize the time we're in, that we're having this generational change, and how we need to acknowledge our youth, and to work, not just focused small within our community, but really professional leadership, that they can really affect society. And that example of the cory carp or goldfish, or actually a number of fish species, they grow according to the container. So the more space they have, the bigger they get. And it's the same. Our Unification Church container is really small compared to the world. We don't even have 1% of the world's population in our container, and so to be able to affect society, we really need to change our mindset. And it's something that I actually mentioned to some of our youth the other day. I talked about the idea of becoming a priest and king. Before we were either a priest, someone of deep faith, but didn't have any economic foundation or presence, or ability to govern, or if we became a king, usually the people were not connected to the church; they were outside and became independently wealthy and influenced society. And I was mentioning to them, that we have to change that. We have to be both a priest and a king. We need to really have a very, very deep faith that guides all our actions, and also, become a king that has a global influence and deep pockets to be able to, bring about dramatic change, not just to society, but to our movement, by giving a tithe. If you earned $100 and you only give 10%, then the church gets $10 and barely can function. But if you earn $1 billion, and you tithe 10%, you can give 100 million, and the whole economic and viability of the churches around the world would dramatically change. So if all the youth could become priests and kings, then that's how it should be, because the kingdom of heaven is meant to be a place for the royal family. The palace is beautiful. The Chongwon, the Chongnal Sanctum, is a beautiful place, and we're not meant to be living in a primitive society. We're meant to be enjoying the vast technology that we have. So we really need to change the focus, so that we become priests and kings, and really change around us, and so we become publicly accepted, and with raising professional leaders that take those roles within society, then we can look forward to having second, third, or fourth gen become the prime minister or the presidents of various countries around the world, because of their abilities and talents. Anyway, so I was just sort of reflecting about that, and thinking, this focus is a way to bridge the gap, by enabling the next generation to fulfill the roles that determine the way in which the world moves. Anyway, so some of my thoughts this morning, and open up to anyone else that like to make a comment. Please do. I think no, that's okay. Not necessary. I think we can just go. Oh, yes, Greg, go ahead.
Thank you very much, Reverend Yutaka. I thought that was really excellent advice, and really insightful, and really guiding us the way forward. The society is changing so rapidly, and as he said, the generation gaps are becoming smaller and smaller. But yeah, managing that and then understanding the changing era, Chonaguk era of where we really have to influence professions, and it's a just totally different era. Anyway, I felt it was excellent advice this morning. Thank you very much, Rev Yutaka.
Yes, Janine, go ahead.
I just on the note that you were talking about, last night I was reading the Epoch Times. I don't know if anyone gets that, but and there was a story about a man, Stephen Mayer, and he is like a leader in intelligent design, and that God created the universe, and challenging Darwin. Anyway, I thought, oh, that name sounds familiar, and I googled it, and he is a unificationist. I remember Chris Bruce talking about him, and yeah. Anyway, yeah, he was. This article was about him on the Epoch Times, and yeah, just that he's a leader, and it said on the internet that he preferred to identify himself as like a scientist or something like this, not a unificationist. But yeah, the fact is that that he is. So anyway, just doing amazing things in the world, like yeah, just like what you're talking about, yeah.
Right. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. It's a time now for us to offer our unison prayer. So I think I'll just bring up that screen now. Okay, so let's pray together. Jew, Jew, Jew. Thank you, everyone. Thank you again, Reverend Yutaka, for sharing, and I hope everyone has a great day and see you all again tomorrow. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Jeffrey
you.
put
Have
it
a
in the
great day.
chat, a link to the article.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.